One for France, one for Ukraine. Who's going to get silver? Who's going to get gold? IRI, the Islamic Republic of Iran, Vahid NOURI taking on Great Britain's Elliot Stewart. Elliot Stewart, the number 4 seed. Vahid NOURI here on screen in the blue. Number 2 seed, 32 years old. Gold medalist 3 years ago in Jakarta at the Asian Games. This is his first Paralympics, however. Also the case for Elliot Stewart, 33 years old. From Birmingham, just down the road from me. And just down the road from Birmingham in Warsaw, he finished 5th in the European Championships 4 years ago, 3rd in the Euros, and here he is going for either 2nd or 1st at the Paralympics, the biggest prize of all.
The referee for the bout, Artur Fando from Belarus. And first out toward the tatami, Vahid NOURI.
NOURI has represented Iran in able-bodied judo and took part in the Asian Championships in Hong Kong in 2017 in the under 90 kilo category. He's also a wrestler, the Iranian sport of kurash, and won bronze in the 2015 World Championships. So an all-round sportsman.
NOURI, world ranked number 2, and he's up against Elliot Stewart, who's ranked number 4. So this should be a very close encounter, but unless we get similar results as we did in just the match before. 15 seconds was all it took. 4 minutes they have opportunity. Elliot Stewart in the white gi, the shiro. NOURI in blue. Ow.
Elliot Stewart's father, Dennis, represented Great Britain at judo and won bronze in the under 100 kilo category at the Olympic Games in Seoul in 1988. He also has a brother, Max, who's represented Britain in the World Championships in Tokyo 2 years ago. So very much a big judo family. Well, Shido goes against him, though.
He has indeed, because the referee was calling for Jogai, and Stewart stepped off the tatami. So he's perceived to have been doing that without any action. So that's the Shido he's received as a outside contest area. And again, the referee calling Jogai just to remind them that they've got to stay on the tatami.
So there's a yellow card up the top there for Stewart. You're allowed, well, 3 of them, and you're disqualified. You don't want to get one in the first minute. He's not going to be too concerned about that. However, if he gets a second one, then he's going to be walking a disciplinary tightrope. And speaking of disciplinary tightropes, the coach of NOURI has been Mohammeda Reza Haj Yousaf Sadeh. He's been told to put his mask up and probably to quieten down a little bit.
Well, the coach can give instruction to the athletes, but that has to be done in an appropriate manner. And once more we see getting close to that Jogai area. Both of the fighters, NOURI in the blue, trying to get his leg in between those of Elliot Stewart. They come back to the center of the area. Will be Kumikata. That is, they both have to start in a neutral position. The referee overseeing this, one hand on the lapel, one on the arm. Back in, there's almost a Uchimata attack there from Stewart. There, oh, so close with that Ashiwaza there. NOURI just managed to stay on balance. The Kazushi, the balance, is part of the challenge of trying to position oneself in the right way to be able to make an attack, trying to break the balance of the opponent. We're coming up towards the halfway mark. Still no score. The only difference being the Shido that is being invoked against Elliot Stewart.
Leg position.
Back into the action once again they go. Still making their way to the same part of the tatami.
They are. I think we need an extra camera position, don't we? They seem to be heading over there as if they're drawn in by their various fans. Obviously no fans allowed in the Nippon Budokan.
Or is it the magnetism of those coaches who are giving them instruction?
Might well be. No fans allowed in, as you can see, empty seats there. We know that's a great shame. However, there are a number of members of other sports. They've all got accreditations around their necks. They're all allowed to be here, and it's great to see athletes from other sports coming along to support their fellow countrymen and women as they go for bronze, silver and gold.
We're at the halfway stage now, and there's a turnover, and successful for Vahid. NOURI, he got the ippon that he was looking for. Elliot Stewart fell into the trap set by Vahid. NOURI looking over towards his coat. He can't believe that that was the situation. Uchimata, that was the one that was being looked for, and it came off. Right on the halfway mark of the bout. Elliot Stewart looks across. He knows that he was caught completely out, completely by surprise. Great sportsmanship being shown by both of these fantastic judoka.
Gold ippon goes to Vahid NOURI, the number 2 seed, 32 years old, from the Islamic Republic of Iran. First gold medal for them at these Paralympic Games, Tokyo 2020. Silver for Elliot Stewart. A little bit of disappointment, but still a big smile from him. But it's all about Vahid NOURI. The Iranian flag being waved proudly. First gold in his first Paralympic appearance.
And the Paralympic silver medalist representing Great Britain, Elliot Stewart.
Here's a chance to have a look at that. Uchimata, absolutely brilliant. The strength from NOURI to be able to lift Elliot Stewart in that way.
It's the upper body strength, isn't it?
Fantastic. And also the leg being able to lift on that gluteus maximus, that big strong muscle at the top of the leg.
What a very polite way of putting it. That big strong muscle, the gluteus maximus at the top of the leg. That was a big hip, using the hip.